हेलो एट्थ क्लास। आज हम आपकी हनी ड्यू इंग्लिश टेक्स्ट बुक के 6th लेसन दिस इज़ जोडीज फॉन की रीडिंग करेंगे। बिफोर यू रीड, often instead of rushing to the doctor to treat a small cut or burn, we find quick and effective cures using things available at home. Can you think of some such home remedies for a cut on your knee, a burn on your arm, a bee sting? In this story, Jody's father has been bitten by a rattlesnake. He quickly kills a doe and uses its heart and liver to draw out the poison. Jody wonders what will happen to the little fawn left without a mother. Now, first part. Jody allowed his thoughts to drift back to the fawn. He could not keep it out of his mind. He had held it in his dreams, in his arms. He slipped from the table and went to his father's bedside. Penny lay at rest. His eyes were open and clear, but the pupils were still dark and dilated. Jody said, "How are you feeling, Pa?" "Just fine, son. Old Death has gone thieving elsewhere." "But wasn't it a close shave?" "I agree." Penny said, "I am proud of you, boy, the way you kept your head and did what was needed." "Pa, yes, son. Pa, do you recollect the doe and the fawn?" "I can never forget them. The poor doe saved me, that's certain." "Pa, the fawn may be out there yet. It might be hungry and very scared." "I suppose so. Pa, I am a big boy now and don't need to drink milk. Why don't I go and see if I can find the fawn and bring it here and raise it?" Penny lay quiet, staring at the ceiling. "Boy, you have got me hemmed in. It won't take much to raise it, Pa. It will soon start eating leaves and acorns." "You are smarter than boys of your age. We took its mother and it wasn't to blame. Surely it seems ungrateful to leave it to starve. Son, I can't say no to you. I never thought I would live to see another day. Can I ride back with Millville and see if I can find it?" "Tell your ma I said you can go." He sidled back to the table and sat down. His mother was pouring coffee for everyone. He said, "Ma, Pa says I can go bring back to the fawn." She held the coffee pot in midair. "What fawn?" "The fawn belonging to the doe we killed. We used the doe's liver to draw out the poison and save Pa." She gasped. "Well, for pity's sake, Pa says it would be ungrateful to leave it to starve." Doc Wilson said, "That's right, ma'am. Nothing in the world comes quite free. The boy's right and his daddy's right." Millville said, "He can ride back with me. I'll help him find it." She set down the pot helplessly. "Well, if you will give it your milk, we have got nothing else to feed it." Millville said, "Come on, boy, we have got to get riding." Ma Baxter asked anxiously, "You will not be gone along?" Jody said, "I'll be back before dinner for sure." Millville mounted his horse and pulled Jody up behind him. He said to Millville, "Do you think the fawn's still there? Will you help me find him?" "We will find him if he is alive." "How you know it's a he?" The spots were all in a line on a doe fawn. Pa says the spots are every which way. Now, second part, Jody gave himself over to thoughts of the fawn. They passed the abandoned clearing. He said, "Cut to the north, Millville. It was up here then that Pa got bitten by the snake and killed the doe, and I saw the fawn." Suddenly, Jody was unwilling to have Millville with him. If the fawn was dead or could not be found, he could not have his disappointment seen. And if the fawn was there, the meeting would be so lovely and go secret that he could not endure to share it. He said, "It's not far now, but the scrub is very thick for a horse. I can make it on foot. But I am afraid to leave you, boy. Suppose you got lost or got bitten by the snake too. I'll take care. It might take me a long time to find the fawn. If he's wandered, leave me off right here." "All right, but you take it easy now. You know north here and east. There and there. The tall pine makes a bearing. So long, Millville, I am obliged." He waited for the sound of the hoofs to end, then cut to the right. The scrub was still, only his own crackling of twigs sounded across the silence. He wondered for an instant if he had mistaken his direction. Then a buzzard rose in front of him and flapped into the air. He came into the clearing under the oaks. Buzzards sat in a circle around the carcass of the doe. They turned their heads on their long, scrawny necks and hissed at him. He threw his bow at them and they flew into an adjacent tree. The sand showed large cat prints, but the big cats killed fresh, and they had left the doe to the carrion birds. He parted the grass at the place where he had seen the fawn. It did not seem possible that it was only yesterday. The fawn was not there. He circled the clearing. There was no sound, no sign. The buzzards clacked their wings, impatient to return to their business. He returned to the spot where the fawn had emerged and dropped on all fours, studying the sand for the small hoof prints. The night's rain had washed away all tracks except those of cat and buzzards.